2026 World Cup is already underway, and honestly, it feels like the tournament is everywhere right now. Every day there are new matches, new storylines, new teams moving through the bracket, and alongside all of that, there's been a noticeable increase in crypto-related tools built around the event. That's actually what caught my attention here. I've spent more than a decade exploring different parts of the industry, everything from early exchanges to modern DeFi protocols. So when I see a platform trying to combine blockchain technology with a global event on this scale, I usually want to understand how it's put together before forming an opinion. So in this video, I'll walk through one of the official crypto-enabled applications connected to the tournament and take a look at how match predictions are handled inside the platform. And before talking about the technology itself, I'll start with the actual workflow. So landing on the home page, the first thing is to connect my wallet. Here are several supported options available, which is pretty much what I'd expect from a modern Web3 application. For this walkthrough, I'll use the connection method that's already linked to most of the tools I work with on a daily basis. All right, that's connected. Wallet address is now visible in the upper section of the page, which tells me the authorization process completed successfully. And once that's done, the platform opens access to the full World Cup schedule. Upcoming matches are listed here, completed matches are stored in a separate section, and there are filters available to make navigation a little easier when the number of fixtures starts growing. Okay, I'll open one of the matches that's coming up next. So this page contains everything related to that particular game. Teams are displayed at the top. Below that, there are several available prediction outcomes, and next to each one, there's a corresponding multiplier that updates according to current platform activity. Further down, there's an expanded list of additional outcomes, giving a few more ways to interact with the event depending on what exactly is being forecasted. I'll choose one of the available options here. After making that selection, the interface redirects me to the calculation section. Here I choose the asset I'd like to use, enter the amount, and the projected result updates automatically based on the values currently available. Everything appears to be set correctly, so I'll approve the transaction. Okay, protocol begins processing the request. And a few seconds later, the confirmation appears. So now my position is visible directly inside the dashboard. Once the match reaches its final result, the information tied to this position updates automatically, and any resulting balance adjustments will be reflected in my wallet. And after that, the same process can be repeated for any of the remaining fixtures on the schedule, simply choosing the next match, selecting a prediction, and tracking the results as the tournament continues. So after going through the process from beginning to end, the thing I notice most is how familiar the experience feels. Wallet handles authentication, blockchain records the activity, and the platform itself acts as the interface between those two layers. For someone who's already used crypto applications before, there really isn't much of a learning curve. Support for wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Kraken, and several other popular options also helps keep the process simple, because everything works through tools that are already widely used across the industry. And honestly, that's probably one of the reasons systems like this have become more common. A few years ago, blockchain applications often felt disconnected from everyday events. Now it's becoming increasingly normal to see Web3 infrastructure integrated into things that millions of people are already following, whether that's entertainment, gaming, sports, or international tournaments like the World Cup. So while the football side of the tournament will obviously remain the main attraction, it's interesting to see how blockchain applications continue finding practical ways to become part of the overall experience as events like the World Cup continue evolving in an increasingly digital world.